Good morning, my woolly friends, on this grumpy November morning. But it's okay. Snow on Thursday. I'm happy. So, Peter's doing a happy dance behind the camera. It's that time of year when we just don't know what the weather's going to be, between warm to rainy and cold to snowy, back to warm. So, the crud's going around, so stay well. We had our community band Christmas concert Saturday, and for 3 rehearsals, I gave them the mom speech that said, wash your hands, eat right, wash your hands, drink plenty of fluids, wash your hands. And even at that, we still had 3 band members not there because they were sick. They didn't listen. So do your best to stay well. I know my husband's had it the last few days, and it's been real fun. I told him he's in trouble if he gave it to me. So we are looking at November's Bertie's block, and there's something about each of the blocks that you see up here on the board that I loved. Just something jumped out at me, but this one just felt so warm and colorful, just kind of like fall is supposed to be. I really it just was fun to do because it truly depicted fall. So I'll make a confession right now. Poor Bertie. It seems like at the very last minute I always realize I forgot to give her legs. Well, if you notice, Bertie does not have legs here. So before I put her up on the board, she will have legs.
Nancy, that reminds me when I would cross-stitch birds, I would always leave the eye out, and then you would be like, well, where's his eye?
He can't see. Well, she can't walk, so.
Does that make it
It's okay. So I will get Bertie some legs before I put her in the box to finish out. We only have 2 more months left, guys. We've been together for a year, and look at all you've accomplished. But there's still one more step after we get all our blocks done. If you're not doing them monthly and finishing them monthly, it's putting the quilt together. And that, I'm excited about that. So we still have a little ways to go. But here's your kit for November. And I will tell you that there are some big differences. Here's your buttons. Don't lose your buttons. Those are the berries that Bertie's got in her mouth. Here's the itty bitty piece for the beak, and the blue for her scarf, which you'll notice it's a blue plaid in the book. We try to stay pretty true to the colors in the book, but sometimes we could not get exactly what was there, so we made it work, and I think it works just fine. This color, the long skinny piece, is for the branch and the little branches off the main one. And I know it doesn't look like everything will come out of that, but it will. And here's where we're different. They used a lot of plaids in their leaves, but Primitive Gatherings had these beautiful hand-dyed, just fun colors. And I thought, those look more like leaves than a plaid. So this one is this leaf right here, and you can change it up however you want to. But just know that we've cut them for those leaves. This one, that is the browns and the greens and the golds, that's the little half leaf right here. This is my favorite. The reds and the oranges, that's for these 2 leaves right there. And then, of course, you have Bertie's wing and her body. And here are your cottons to do your half square triangles, and your flannel for the background. And always remember, you cut it bigger, you place your wool on there, and then you're going to cut it down when you're done with your stitching, because you don't think that you're going to be pulling up that much fabric if you're a loose stitcher, but you're pulling it up enough that it's going to make a difference. So you don't want to cut it to the finished, I think it's what, 8.5 by 12.5. Don't cut it to that, because then it's going to be even smaller. So cut it to the larger size, which is 9.25 by 13.5. And when you place your, this is third from the end. I don't need to tell you guys this, but when you place your wool, if you see that it's coming to the edge, come in 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit more, so that when you sew your seams here, this is going to be right up to the edge and you're not going to be cutting it off. And just try to balance how you trim it out so that everything looks even. So honestly, that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, we're in the home stretch. December's the next one. December's my favorite month, and Bertie's got a big surprise for you on that one. You guys have the books, so you know what each of the blocks look like. So we've got December and January left to go, and then we'll just have to figure out something else to do. So if you have any ideas, I have a few ideas. I'm just throwing them around in my head trying to figure out what you guys want to do. So in the comments, please let me know if you want to do another quilt, if you want to do smaller projects, just what you want to do. I know I've asked before, but didn't get very many responses, so let me know, and we'll continue our wool journey together. So have a great Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much turkey. Leave some time for stitching and shopping. So have a great day, and we'll see you next month.